So last year, my coaching business did almost $2.25 million in top line sales, which led to $643,000 in profit. Now, I want to share with you guys in this video exactly from start to finish of how I built this business from the ground up. I'm going to talk about when I had no clients, and then I'll talk about all the hires that I made up to that point that allowed me to get to where we are now. All right. So this is going to be a full overview of like how to scale a coaching business to 7 figures. And again, all the critical key components, hires, and systems you're going to need along the way. All right. So let's go ahead and jump in. I'm going to start off with like the beginning basics, right? So I'm titling this my 7-figure blueprint. Okay. When I first got started and had no clients, the first thing that I had to do was learn the skill and get the experience before, I sold anything. So for me, full transparency, when I did this, I was actually a coach in another mastermind group. And I was doing that for about 1.5 years, just like being a support person, learning how to do it. So and the same thing applied to me when I did my first fitness coaching offer. I was coaching and learning how to be an online coach before I started my business. I see too many people who start an online business and don't have the actual skills yet. And then they're learning, but their lack of confidence actually makes it really hard for them to set up anything. So when you're first getting started, I don't care if you even get paid, you need to get experience. And I will be one of the first to say, sometimes it's okay, and I would highly suggest actually, to go be an assistant for someone else. Go be in someone else's system to see how they actually operate their business, how they get results before you try to start a business without having any experience in fulfillment. Okay, so that's part one. Part two is once you are ready, you want to make a high ticket offer at least at $2,000 and you want to work with people one-on-one. You might want to do a group coaching program. You might want to do a course or a low ticket community or something like that. But until you have enough of an audience or enough experience, you are going to be wasting so much time and energy by trying to scale something because you think it's scalable, but you don't have the business to support that. Most of the people that I know who have low ticket offers have spent years building an audience, or typically will have crafted a high ticket offer first, then will sell a low ticket on the back end. All right. So when you're first getting started and you have no clients, start with one-on-one. But before you even start selling anything, make sure you have the experience to be able to actually get people results. All right. So that's stage 0. Stage 1 is 0 to 10K a month. All right. All you're going to do for this, all right, is you're going to be posting every single day on social media, at least once a day. All right. This says post 5 times a week, and you're going to start at least 20 new conversations a day. All right. Hot, warm, cold. Right. Very basic. You're just going to talk to people in your audience, in your sphere of people that already know, like, and trust you. You want to start doing market research calls with these people. And this can be friends, family, peers. And all you're going to do is get them onto a call to ask them questions to help you formulate your offer. All right. And here's kind of like generally what this looks like. It's super simple, right? This is very similar to just prospecting questions you already would ask on a sales call or a discovery or something like that. What are your goals? Why is this important to you now? What have you tried? And what happens if you don't hit your goals? And then what type of support and coaching are you looking for? And you're going to use this for a couple of things. You're going to use it, one, for marketing, like to know what are their goals? What have they tried? What are the different pain points that they may have? So I can use that in my marketing, right? But then part 2 is you're actually having conversations with these people. These people are opening up to you. And if they actually want help, just ask them at the end, do you want help with this? Because if so, we should just link up later on this week. I'm going to finalize this program. And on our next call, we can kind of talk and walk through, what it might look like to get support from me, right? So many people are scared to ask their friends for support, but those are the people that are in your space that are there to support you as you get started. My best friend, one of my groomsmen in my wedding, he went through my program. He paid me full price. Of course I want to give him a deal, but he also was like, hey man, I believe in you. I support you. I don't want to get a discount. So you have to see that people want that too, right? So typically they'll do that. And then you can invite people to work with you potentially for a beta rate, or you can just charge them full price. Honestly, at this first stage, you just want to get clients and get people paying you money. Right? And then during this stage from 0 to 10K a month, you're really just trying to learn sales. All of this is sales to your immediate network and getting some good case studies and word of mouth referrals. All right. Stage number 2 is 10K to 20K. All right. So I start adding these little boxes and colors as we keep growing so you can kind of see what changes. But for Instagram, once we're at 10K a month, one of the first hires I would make is getting a messenger or a setter who can work 20 hours a week in your inbox, right? This is going to help you because you're going to need to be taking sales calls on a daily basis and coaching your clients. And you might have some time for this, but if you could have somebody in there for 20 hours a week, which would be 4 hours a day during the week, that's going to allow you to book a call or so a day. Now, you can use AI booking bots. Like we have some softwares that will plug in and help people set up as well. But we're a huge fan of still using messengers, like humans in here for the time being. Again, we do have some support, but again, like I wouldn't do it at this level. Like you're just so low in revenue. You don't have that many leads. I think AI booking bots are great for people when they have a lot of lead flow. But if you're just getting started, every lead counts, right? So still doing everything here. And then what you're going to do for paid ads to start getting in front of new people. We're not doing the market research anymore. You've already done that. We're going to start simply just boosting posts at $30 to $100 a day. Okay. This is going to start to bring people into the content that you're already posting 5 times a week. Right. And then at the same time, you're going to want to create a VSL, which stands for video sales letter, that walks through exactly how you help your clients go from A to Z. Very simply, hey, here's my exact process that I take people to go from here to here. Here's some case studies, which are coming from stage 1, just sharing why they should work with you, right? It doesn't have to be very complex. It can be a 5-10 minute video that walks through who you are, because people are going to come in from these ads. You're going to message them. They're going to see your content, and then you can shoot them over this simple VSL to walk through exactly how you help people. And then some people will be like, oh, this is exactly what I want. Some people will watch the video after they booked a call with you and cancel the call. And that's great. You'd be like, great, okay, cool. It wasn't a good fit. Happy to do that. I don't want to waste either of our times, right? And then last, we'll want to set up some automated texts and emails at this stage, right? At this stage here, like 0 to 10K, like you could probably just get away with booking people manually, right? At this stage, we need some automated texts for calendar invites, etc., whether it's through Calendly or Go High Level. We use Go High Level, right? And then sales calls, this is going to be just, again, one-on-one sales calls. Very, very basic. Okay. Doesn't need anything complex. You don't need necessarily DM ads at this stage. You don't need a VSL ads or webinar ads. Like you're still very early on. I would just do boosted posts. All right. Stage 3 is now 20K to 50K. Okay. So 20K to 50K. Now we're going to add a couple more things to this, as you see here. Once we're at 20K a month, the big core changes are going to be, 1, hiring a second messenger, someone who can work full time. Or you could have the original messenger you had at 40 hours a week as a setter. That could be just fine too. But we want 40 hours of coverage who can just message on your behalf. I liked having 2 messengers at 20 hours a week instead of 1 at 40. I just found that if I had someone at 40 hours a week, the quality started to diminish. But if I had 2 people in there, they could kind of split the workload. So I really liked that, right? So I'm still posting 5 times a week minimum. I mean, honestly, at this stage, you can create 2 posts, 3 posts a day pretty easily. If you want to go faster and grow faster, do that. But yeah, all right. So that, hire a second messenger or get to 40 hours of coverage, starting 20 conversations a day, both hot and warm, all of that. And then we're going to start setting up different types of funnels here, right? So like, again, anything under 20K a month, just do boosted posts. If you're at 20 to 50K, you're going to want to have something that's a little bit more scalable. The problem with the boosted post strategy is you're going to get a bunch of leads coming in, but you're not going to know, which of these ads is actually contributing to book calls and sales. So that becomes really hard as you keep growing because you just start boosting random posts. So like at stage 3, I would suggest at least going to DM ads or VSL or webinar ads, right? So if you're B2C, kind of just going through this, if you are B2C, which is mass market offers like, helping weight loss, you're selling to not businesses, right? B2C is business to consumer. DM ads work really well. And webinar ads work really well. If you are a B2B offer, like you help businesses get more money, make more profit, get their time back with automation, you're going to run a VSL ad most of the time, right? And this is going to be, here's my offer, risk reversal, here's how it works, click the link down below to learn more, right? You could try DM ads, but I just see DM ads and webinar ads working better for B2C offers, and typically VSL ads are going to be your B2B offers, right? So during this stage, we're going to be spending $100 to $200 a day minimum, and then we should be booking calls for $100 to $500. $100 is typical for your B2C offer, and then for your B2B offers, it could be anywhere from $200 to $500 for cost per call. All right, the other addition to this stage is going to be doing YouTube videos. We want to do at least 1 video a week, just like this. It can be very informal, right? But we want an opportunity for someone to get to know us better, for someone to go through our content, spend time with us, because there's only 2 currencies that people have. They can either spend money with us or they can spend time with us. And YouTube is great for both. Well, hopefully they'll spend money with you, but it's actually great for them spending more time with you as like a middle of funnel content piece, like nurture piece. And 2, if you start to crack YouTube, it can actually be a top of funnel play too. So people can start to come and enter into your world from YouTube as well as be middle of funnel. Or like podcasts and webinars and stuff like that, there's no top of funnel play there at all. It's only going to be middle of funnel. So YouTube at the start is going to be primarily middle of funnel. And then as you grow more and more, it can become top of funnel. All right. At this stage, you're still doing one-on-one sales calls. You're not hiring a closer. That's going to come next. And then you're also going to want to hire some help in fulfillment. All right. Typically, it depends on if it's B2C, if B2B. If it's B2B, you're probably just going to need one other person, maybe besides you, to help out with fulfillment. If it's B2C, health, relationships, etc., you're probably going to need at least 2 coaches. And B2C is actually harder to scale. A lot of people don't talk about this, but because a B2B offer's price point is like 2 times higher, because there's a financial outcome that they're going to get when they work with you, your team is a lot smaller for B2B. With B2C, you have a bigger team. So there are some clients that we have, right, who are doing 50 to 100K a month, whose team complexity is twice the size of ours, And that's just because they have to, because they have offer price point that's half of ours. So just know that, right? So you're going to want some help, but typically around the 20 to 50K a month mark, we're going to want some help, because your goal as you keep scaling this thing is to get out of fulfillment and sales and get more into marketing, right? You're the face of the brand. You've got to get out of marketing. But when you get started, you have to be in everything. You don't have enough money to pay any A players. At this stage here, none of your team are A players. You're only at 20 to 50K a month. They're not A players. The only time you're starting to get A player talent is really when you're at 150, 200K a month, maybe 100K a month. But like, you have to realize most of these people in here are going to be following orders unless you have a partner early on or somebody that's like really down to like grow with you. All right, stage 4, this is 50 to 100K a month. The jumps here are really going to be the same exact thing. Same over here for marketing. Nothing's really different outside of you're going to be spending more money on ads. Because if you're going to get a 2 to 4x on ad spend, for us to get to $50 to $100,000 a month, we need to be spending closer to $1,000 a day on ads. All right. So over here in this last stage, we started at $100, $200 a day, but to scale to 100K a month, we need to be spending at least $500 a day, but getting up to get to $100,000 a month, around $1,000 a day, right? So you're getting spend up there, right? Now, at this stage, this is where you can actually hire your first closer. And the reason for that is you actually have enough deal flow coming in to where somebody could work full time on your account. You don't want to hire a part-time closer. I've never hired a part-time closer, and I will never hire a part-time closer. I'm only hiring people that I know long-term can be with us forever, okay? I have hired some people, hey, here, try this out. We'll see if it works. And if it does, we'll give you the full-time role. But I'm never hiring a fractional closer or someone who's going to share calendar with my business and another business, because sales is not just taking the call. And I think you got to realize this. Like, as I've scaled more and more, calendar management is so key and so critical. But if you just have if you have a part-time closer who's literally just gonna hop on closing calls whenever they have something on their calendar, they're not working the leads. They're not doing follow-ups, because all they need to do is just close the deal that's on the phone. If they show up and the person buys on the phone, they're gonna make more money. So they're incentivized to take the calls, not work the pipeline. So hire just one closer, right? One closer per about every 50 to 100K in revenue is really healthy, right? Because if they're making 10%, let's say that this closer brings in 50K a month in deals, they're going to make 5K off of that. If they bring in 100K a month in deals, they're going to make $10,000 from that. So you're going to want one closer for every $50,000 to $100,000 in revenue that your business is bringing in. If you have 3 or 4 closers and you're at this revenue range, you just have a bunch of a bunch of shitty closers and you're bloated, and it's going to be way harder for you to scale. All right. We can do and have done 200K a month plus with one closer and one setter, because we are strict about who gets on the calendar, and we manage that calendar and get people off the calendar if they don't respond. So I'd rather have a single A player closer than have 3 or 4 closers who are working part-time, not working the pipeline, etc. Okay. It's more for you to manage, more people who are going to be out of town. Like, don't do that. Lean team all the way. All right. Now, fulfillment, you'll probably want at least one more assistant coach for whatever your role is over here. Again, before we had 1 or 2, and now you're going to have 1 to 3. Again, if you're B2B, you might be closer to just 1 if you're still involved in fulfillment. But as you get out of that, you're going to probably want potentially another assistant coach. All right. Stage number 5. All right, this is the end. Okay, this is the end. This is all I'm covering here. There are other stages past this, but this is going to be the main thing that you're going to want ongoing. And at this stage, honestly, it's just more of doing what you have been doing, right? You continue to post on Instagram, right? At least 5 times a week. You can up this to 2 posts a day easily, right? You're still running the same style of ads, right? You don't necessarily need a new funnel to go further, right? Assuming things are going well. Only excepting that is if you are running DM ads, you probably are going to want to go from DM ads to VSL or webinar, just because DM ads are going to be less scalable here. You might have some low budget DM ads, but again, the attribution is so hard to track off DM ads. You're going to want a VSL or webinar funnel that is way more scalable. All right. Again, here we have to be spending over $1,000 a day on ads, $1,000 to $2,000 a day. Again, if we're going to get a 2 to 4x on the front end, how much money do I need to spend to get that new cash in the door, right? So that's going to be that there. We should be getting a ton of leads per day, like at least 50 to 100 leads per day with this. So you're going to need more setters and more closers, okay? YouTube stays the same, organic stays the same. We're really just spending more money on ads. We're hiring a sales team, right? More people in this department. And then for fulfillment, we're going to want to, at this point, once we have more than 3 CSMs, right, or 3 assistant coaches, we're going to want to hire a CSD, which is a client success director. And this person is going to be managing the assistant coaches, having weekly one-on-ones with them, holding them to KPI, and really fine-tuning the fulfillment process so you're out of it, right? This person can be the one who makes the changes to the curriculum, to the programs, to the process, everything internally when someone comes in. That's their responsibility. And then the last hire you're going to want to make, but probably closer to a 250 to maybe 300K a month. Again, it depends on how big your sales team is. You're going to want to hire a sales manager at some point who can do the same exact thing. So that way you have one person who's a CSD that manages all the fulfillment, and you have a sales manager that's overseeing all the sales. They're managing the closers, they're managing appointment setters, etc. Now, this does depend on how big your team is, right? So for us, we have 1 setter, 1 closer. I don't really need a sales manager. I might hire a fractional person to come in and coach my sales team up a bit if numbers are low, but I don't need a sales team, right? Now for us, we are trying to scale to 500K a month. For that, we are going to get a sales manager because we're going to need at least 2 closers and probably 1 or 2 more setters. So that'll be a team of 5 people. And for me to get to that, I'm going to need to spend more time over here. This is what I like to do. So for me, I want to do more of the things that I like to do, which is marketing. And I want to hire a team around the things that I don't say I don't like to do. I love to coach clients, but my time is way better served being the face of the brand, bringing more people in, and filling up my sales team's calendar, right? So those are the 5 stages, that I took to get to where we're at now. And it's been such a fun journey, right? And then this is where we currently are. And again, we're just going to keep iterating. All right. So this is a short video, but if you guys want to scale to 7 figures, right? Here are kind of the stages broken down by step of exactly what you need, who to hire, what to focus on. This is exactly what we do, right? We help people build out the foundations and the systems. And really our biggest focus is that of the ads, because the ads are the first touch for most things that come in. People see your ads, they then see your content, they then go to YouTube, they then book a call and want to work with you. But the ads are really what kickstart everything, and that is our specialty. So if you're interested in that, click that link down below today to book a call with our team to see if we can help. All right, so that's all I got for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys soon.